Here's what I know about this game. Chickens and space. Alright, I don't know how those two topics are combined, but I guess we're about to find out. It was muted. It's very loud. This game is of a humorous nature and does not seek to offend anyone, but that means it probably does, right? All the characters and events in the game are fictitious, even if they're not. There may be strong language and scenes of violence in the game. At least, we hope so. Alright, let's jump into it. All good? Everyone happy? Crosshair? No crosshair. Field of view looks good. Christ, that's a pretty big field of view, isn't it? I don't know, hopefully we can change that later. Let's, what happened? Oh, how do I play the game? Back? Oh, I was in the settings menu. Alright. Let's go, I suppose. Skip intro? No, we can do that. Story, standard, impossible, or free. No restrictions or deaths. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's just go standard, I suppose. Permanent death. No hints. There is no point in wasting your time with this one. Okay, anyway, we're just going to go standard. If you get tired of playing, turn your monitor upside down and have a completely new experience from a different perspective. Just a little one-off on the channel, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, sometimes you just want to put everything in the world down and go and hang out with your best friend who's a chicken in space, right? From the creators of The Matrix. Okay, alright, okay. Oh wait, shit, hang on. You can't even see the game. Fuck. Sorry about that. Sorry about the bad language too. I'm trying not to swear, I promise. Okay, the Red Ruins Softworks team is categorically against smoking, which causes loud headlines in newspapers and other diseases. And therefore we suggest that you replace this dangerous cigarette in the robot's claw for something more useful. No, let him smoke.
Here you are again. Did you have time to think of how to behave during the interrogation? Remind him, R2-D3.
Right.
You tell us all you know from the beginning. No lie. Confirm?
Put on a defiant expression and spit in the face of this piece of iron.
You tell us all from the beginning or violence. You tell us that you fly to the funeral, but the liner explode radicals of green universe. Confirm? You tell us all from the beginning or violence. You tell us that you fly to the funeral, but the liner explode radicals of green universe. Confirm?
Alright, go on then. Somewhere on the outskirts of the universe. The universe doesn't have any outskirts. Unnamed, okay. Your yogurt or some other garbage ads could be here. I'll turn it down. I'll turn it down a bit more in a second. after the cutscene. So yeah, just a little one-off video, I think. You let me know. Let me know what you think. Breathedge, Chapter 1, Lost in Space.
You lied to me. Logo was impossible. Could not see the shuttle from space. Tell truth, no lie. Confirm?
Okay, not all resources simply fly among the debris. You will have to work hard to extract some from asteroids by holding down the mouse button. Okay. Chickens, see?
Greetings. I'm your funerary spacesuit's built-in guide to the world of space funerals. Before we start communicating further, confirm that you are still able to read after the impact.
Yes.
Splendid. You've gotten into a non-standard situation. The Breathedge Global Funeral Agency is proud of its impeccable history. However, your death may cause the loss of its reputation. Therefore, we suggest that you stop the gas leak and survive.
Okay, let me just look at the volume. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. Alright, so, what are we doing here? Plug the gas leak. Do it. I have to hold it down, do I? Oh, okay, we're floating here.
To stop the leakage, you'll need an object without any. When picking up any useful items, you can stuff them in your pockets, calling it an inventory, if you will.
Uh-huh. Now what? Plug the oxygen leak. Oh, I see. Okay, hang on. Now I have to plug this.
To stop the leakage, you'll need an object without any holes.
Yeah, I had...
Take out the chewing gum from your pocket.
How? How do I... Okay, hang on. I see. Right, drag the chewing gum by holding the left mouse button. Okay, I should probably start reading things, right?
Spacesuits, stick it somewhere except for your face.
Oh, I keep pressing the wrong bloody keys. Oh no, I did it, did I?
You deserve some words of encouragement. That's impressive. You've almost won. Remember that the funerary spacesuit isn't designed for long-term use of persons or animals in outer space. It is recommended to immediately call for help on the interphone, improve the spacesuit, or become depressed.
Okay, so we've got a blueprint, drill blueprint, examine. Turn, leave,
When you discover a
take.
new blueprint of an item, it is automatically added to the memory reprocessor in the kitchen, where you can create this item using the necessary resources. Probably.
Interphone.
Just the antenna, you'll have to go into outer space.
Okay, cigarette butt. Yeah, take it. Insert videotape, switch off. So we've got some alcohol there. Survival guide. Humorous survival guide recorded by one of Grandpa's friends. Can I put something in here now? Okay, alright. Alright, let's
The waste disposal system is damaged and is operating in reverse mode. The toilet can suck objects flying past the shuttle when the tanks are full.
examine Grandpa's picture. Take it, I suppose. Okay. Can I get through here? Are these, Okay, we can take that. A rare edition of physics in several volumes. They say the one who reads all 50 books will become the person who reads all these books. Got a beer. I don't really know what's going on here right now, guys. I mean, it may have told me, but you know, wandering brain and all that. Don't forget to feed the chicken. Do I have to type anything in? Switch off. Switch off, yeah, that's fine. Need a scanner, do I? Did it tell me what to do here, did it? Oh.
A source of increased radiation is detected. Probably this is the central core of the liner.
I see.
Be careful, the radiation will kill you instantly in such a suit.
There are tasks at the top right. I hadn't seen that. Alright. Very cool.
That was a close call. Try to adjust the antenna very carefully. You've got great engineering skills. You have broken the antenna completely. Now you will need some special equipment and interphone activation codes, which are encrypted in the memory of the steering wheel if it's still intact.
Steering wheel. Which would be here.
It looks like the steering wheel. You need to try to connect. Great news! Using my ingenious 2-digit password matching algorithm, I managed to hack the interphone activation codes. Now all that's left is to build a cryptographic debugging station and reconfigure the interphone using these codes, which will take about 5 years with your current skills. Be careful with the vacuum breakdowns. An electric shock of such power can lead to the failure of my systems, and I can't guarantee the safety of your corpse before the arrival of the funeral team. Remember that you are still able to become depressed.
Is it just me, or do you switch off too when people talk like that? Obviously people who talk like that don't really want you to hear what they've got to say, you know? Because if they did, they wouldn't talk like that.
What a loud headline. But the probability of the liner crashing due to a terrorist attack is 65%.
Wonder what I look like without that spacesuit on. Alright, what's going on right now? Create a debugging station. Don't have a scanner. Here we go. Oh goodness me. Alright. Create a debugging station. How exactly? Encyclopedia, achievements, inventory, journal, recipes, equipment, helmet, enhanced spacesuit. Recipes. I just clicked on the same thing, didn't I? Items, tools. Here we go. So I don't have metal or wire. Or I don't have a drill either. Can I, like, gather resources from outside? Is that what's going on? Are we playing... What's this? Shuttle? Food processor? Are we playing, what's that game where everything's underwater? Subnautica? Is this Space Nautica? Is it? I see. It is. It is, isn't it? What's this giant ball here?
The sensors report the presence of some nearby cooling gel. Its microscopic particles can settle on the glass of the spacesuit, forming some beautiful frostwork, which can lead to visibility deterioration.
Stop it, dude. Stop it. I can't. I switch off. You know. You start saying words like that. If my brain kind of pauses on a single word to interpret what you've said, I miss the next 4 words, at which point I just totally switch off from the conversation because I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, what am I doing right now? I'm just picking things up. I'm just, honestly, I don't know. Can't break it. You know, there's a reason when I play Fallout 4, I like to kind of wander and explore. Alright, start giving me instructions and tasks and objectives. Well, one of us has got a problem, and I'll tell you, it's not me. Although, are we limited on oxygen, are we? Maybe I should go back inside. Okay, right. Where are we at on our objective here? What am I looking for here? So I still don't have any metal or any wire. Is there like a refiner? No, there's stuff like this. Okay, airlock research table. Oh wow, okay, so it really is something like Subnautica then. I mean, honestly, I had no idea, and I mean it, I had no idea beyond chickens and space. And the only reason that I knew that there were chickens in the game is because, well, I accidentally started the game up before by accident. And that's why we're playing it right now. Who's this over here? Is this a person? Also, what's
Judging by the
this?
primary analysis of the destruction, most of the passengers of the liner died. This might be the biggest catastrophe in the history of astronautics, the reasons for which are yet to be clarified.
Ah, slow down, would you? Not the person, I was talking about me. I heard him that time. Okay, what have we got here? What does this do? I'm just picking stuff up, guys. I'm not even reading anything. Is this a game that I can't play? Got a cigarette butt. I don't know. Do I need them? Oh, I've got this guy, have I? What am I supposed to do with him? What am I supposed to do exactly with this guy? Except hilariously swing him around in outer space. Can I throw him? Okay, he doesn't. It's not proper physics, is it? All right, never mind. Let's go breathe. So apparently we need to eat and drink. Okay. Nothing interesting on the back. A typical calendar with girls. I'm assuming I still need some more items. It's quite interesting. It doesn't hold your hand, does it, this game? Eat. Okay, there is okay, no, there isn't. Okay, semi physics. Little physics. Baby physics. Kiddie physics, yeah? What does that do? Come on. Oh.
A standard coffin at the Global Funeral Agency. The opening of the coffin will be considered an offense and an act of vandalism, but no one will judge you if you die.
Does this look like a bundle of wires? Kind of, but it's not, is it? What is that? Oh. Can't break it. It's a ball of ice. I don't have any kind of booster or anything. Okay, so I need to make a drill, don't I, clearly? I've got to make a drill first. And then we've got to come out here and break shit. Stuff, sorry. I had a special request on my channel for the first time ever. And I respect this request. And the respect was, I mean, the request was, well, it wasn't really a request, but I turned it into one. You know, somebody likes to... So how do I make a refined metal? I've got to make one of these. I mean, I don't have any of these items. So it's proper base building stuff going on here then. Well, this is beyond all my expectations. I don't know why. I thought this game was like a weird kind of little story game or something like that. Can I make a drink? No. Am I missing something in this place? Am I... We've got some... Excuse me, we've got some fabric. So, somebody mentioned that they, you know, they like the channel because it's got a kind of chilled... I mean... Okay, we've got electrical tape. The word family friendly wasn't thrown around at first, but I don't know. It's like a chill. Wholesome was the word. Wholesome. Although apparently it's a little bit difficult to watch my content with the kids because I swear so much. All right, which again I totally respect it. I've got kids myself. My kids watch stuff with swearing in it, but that's beside the point. I wish I'd looked a bit closer at that cup. It's beside the point. I respect the comments. So what I've decided to try to do, try being the key word here, is I'm going to try to swear less on the channel. All right, it's going to be hard. It'll probably be hard for a little while because I am a huge swearer. Okay. Quite like the chill vibe out here. I might just stay out here for a little bit. Are you going to space? Are you doing it? If you get the chance. Had this conversation with my family, some members of my family, my kids and my partner, the other day. I said, if the aliens come, right? Oh, okay. If the aliens come, sugar, where are we? Here we go. Right, they're just going to show up in a minute. You know, we're out going for a walk or something. If the aliens came right now, right above us, and just said, all right, we're going. Come on. Like, you've got to come now or never. This is your chance. If you know, we're taking you off the planet, and you can come and see our home, and you can come and live with us. It's much better there. It's a lot more advanced, let's say, and still don't have any of this stuff. I'm not going to find this outside, am I? I see. I've put it together. Guys. I've put it together. All right, we need two pieces of rubber, 4 pieces of metal, and 4 fabric. Would you go? Was the question. You know, they're showing up. They say, you got to come. It's an hour or never. Like, we're leaving. Every person. This was part of the conversation as well. I said, look, every person on the planet, at some point, maybe let's just say, for the sake of conversation, at some point in the next year, every single person on the planet is going to get asked the same question by some ETs that come to visit the planet. And the question is, they're just going to show up randomly, but you don't know because you're not allowed to plan. It's the whole point of this is to put you on the spot. They're just going to show up and ask you there and then. And every person on the planet's going to get the same thing. So if you're worried about your grandma and your uncle and your whatever, your nephews, your sisters, don't worry, because they'll all get the same chance. What would you say if they said, come on, we've got to go. It's time to go, you know? What would you say? Would you do it? Would you do it? Now, you can't say anything like, well, you know, I'll go if she goes. Let's say you'll go if your dad goes, but your dad's not there, so you need to know what he says first. You're not allowed. You just have to say yes or no there and then. What would you do? And they didn't want to answer, my kids, and well, what am I supposed to do with all this stuff that I've got? And they asked me, I said, I'm gone. I said, you don't even have to ask me twice. I'm out of here. Everybody gets the chance. I am off this planet in an instant. Look, and this is why. This is why this conversation has started. Listen. Outside of the music, look and listen. You're telling me you wouldn't go? You wouldn't go into this glorious cosmos, traveling through the stars, traveling through time and space. You'd have to be mental. You'd have to be properly mental to turn that opportunity down. A vast cosmos of experience. Worlds upon worlds upon worlds upon worlds. And you want to stick around. Don't get me wrong, Earth's not that bad. But in comparison to the great, infinite cosmos of experience out there, oops. Just don't let me press any buttons on the spaceship, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just sit in my seat with my seatbelt on. Guys, I have got no idea what I'm supposed to do with all of this stuff in my inventory. Oh, I can just drop it. Well, just drop it then. But surely, shouldn't I like have a container to put this in somewhere? What am I doing right now? Processor. Here we go. I figured it out. I absolutely figured it out. I figured it out all by myself. Without help. This is the thing. You just got to stumble through the void sometimes. haven't you? And eventually your brain will figure it out all by itself. You don't even need to look half the time. And you absolutely don't even need to know what you're doing either. Look, got food and water. Didn't have to do a thing. Right, what else is it we need? Not that. This. Refined metal, battery, thick electrical tape. Well, I tell you what, this menu here could do with a little bit of work, couldn't it? So what I need here, rubber, metal and fabric. Why do I keep clicking that? How do I get back to this this menu here? If I click one of these, which one of these menus is it? None of them. So how the hell do I get back to that menu if I accidentally click something? I just have to go out of here and then go back into this again. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Right, so I don't have rubber or fabric. Composite. Common. Oh, that's not two different panels. That's one panel. Alright, well apparently I still need to find rubber. Got a lot of metal. I don't know why I was picking up so much ice. I'm sure I'll need it at some point. Metal times 4 create. Well, do that again then, I suppose. Yeah, inventory system needs a bit of a... Well, a bit of something, doesn't it? Didn't I make... Pretty sure I just made 2 lots of 4 of those. Look. This is metal times 4. Oh no, that's refined metal. I see. Well, you can just stay there. There's no inventory space, is there, guys? Is that what's going on here? So we actually do have to drop all this stuff on the floor. Alright, well, let's do that, I suppose. Got 2 pieces of metal there. Got 2 pieces of fabric. So I should have something to drink. I'm holding stuff down here. I've been playing too much of that other game where you got to hold everything down. You can just click as much as you want. Have that. Is that like a beer? Why is it bound to slot 1? Or do you have to do that to drink it, do you? I've got rubber there. I've got rubber right there. Okay, so obviously I found something. Oh, drop it. Drop that. I don't know, that'll do. Jesus. Alright. Anyway, back out into the abyss. It's a weird game, isn't it? Hello, mate. You go over there, if you don't mind. Right, this time I should probably look at what I'm picking up. I don't want nutritious goo. Is this the whole world?
The number of knockdown elderly women is impressive, as well as the fact that elderly women might be run over in space at all.
Is this like, you know, what I thought I was looking at there? You know, like you get a skybox in games where it's just the back... What is that? Ice. It's just the background. Okay, I'm going too far away from the ship. We've got a proper Subnautica thing happening, haven't we? Yeah, I thought I was just looking at like a skybox. Like a background with all this world here, but maybe you can actually get to these places. That would make more sense. Interesting. The only gripe I've got so far, well, apart from the fact that the menus could do with a little bit of, you know, a little bit more of a refinement, is I wish that guy didn't talk so fast. I'm under my chicken. Okay. Anyway. Let's move on, shall we? What's over here then? What's this? You're something. More metal. What's over here then? Let's have a look round the back here. The game wants you to rush, doesn't it? But I'm not a rushing kind of person. Sometimes I am, but not right now, I'm not. It's late. Or early. And I haven't slept again. This is an incredible thing about insomnia. You know, you get to stay up all night and play video games. It's not so bad, is it? And then you call it work as well, and you tend to get away with it. Can you imagine saying, I'm going to stay up all night and play video games versus I'm going to stay up all night and work. Obviously, you don't tell people what your work is. I was thinking about that before, you know. I was thinking about if you'd have said to me when I was sitting in my bedroom, I was 11 years old, playing GTA 3. Maybe I might have been a bit older than that. I might have been about 13 actually. You know, if you'd have said to me, you'll be playing video games for a job when you're older. Well, I probably would have laughed and just, I don't know whether I would have believed you because, I mean, obviously nobody was doing that back then, were they? But it's a mental thought, absolutely mental thought that every kid's dream, isn't it? Or it is these days. You'll be doing that for a job. People will pay you to play video games. Well, it's only like, you'll probably get about $4 a day, $5 a day, but you know. It'll all add up. It'll all add up after a year or two. I don't know, guys. I can't find these bloody items here. I'm just wandering. I'm wandering aimlessly in the void. I wouldn't mind it if I had a bit more oxygen. What on earth is this guy this space man doing out here? He can only breathe for 80 seconds in space. Is they all corpses?
A lot of various goods were transported in the cargo holds of the liner unnamed. The Global Funeral Agency rented only a small part of the ship's space in the framework of the advertisement company and has nothing to do with these goods.
What am I looking at here? Can't find rubber. I've already found some. Found some more metal. Where did I find that rubber? I don't know. It's got to be here somewhere, hasn't it? Is it hidden though, or is it just going to be floating around? What's this up here? I know I'm running out of breath. Is this ice? I'm going to die, aren't I? Is there something like attached to one of these, attached to the ship or something? Got a lot of metal. Well, let's make up some more. How do I make these again? Nutritious goo and ice. That's how I make those. Ice. Okay, so that's what I need all that stuff for then. See, we always figure it out in the end, guys, don't we? Ice and alkali. Alright, if you say so. Yeah, just make some more of them. 2 rubber. Just do that to annoy you. I do sometimes. Make noises. Drop that. Fabric. You can't like turn any of these items around here into rubber. Guys, I found the container. It's okay. I don't want to leave it on the floor now anyway. Now I know where it is. But first, what's this? Switch off, switch on. Oh, so you can rip these out then. Why would I want to take my spacesuit off? What's the point in that? Subnautica in space. Alright, that's what we're dealing with. Okay, I'm going out. I'm going out again. Guys, it's got to be here, hasn't it? Which way do I go? Let's go this way. Don't want any more of that green goo.
A model from the advertisement of the Global Funeral Agency. She looks good even without her head, but I wouldn't recommend touching the picture, as it could be regarded as sexual harassment.
I wonder what the decision was behind making him talk like that. You know, like the design decision. What's the logic? It's a marketing thing, isn't it? As in, on adverts. That's how people talk on adverts when they don't want you to hear what they're saying. They don't want you to understand what they're saying. Or they're trying to save advertisement real estate so they don't spend more money, you know, fit as much information as you can in. You hear it on the radio, don't you? Hear it on the radio all the time. Trying to think of an example, but... Oh, what's that? I want to die. This would be a good game to stream this, because I can just talk to you while I wander in space. I'm making no progress in this game at all. I'm just...
The shuttle got caught on some larger debris. Lucky.
Wandering. Problem is, I like to go slow. Listen, it suits the atmosphere, doesn't it? Go slow. What's the rush, man? Well, the rush is you can't breathe. That's the rush. What about this? Nothing. What about this here? Can't extract that. I don't have a drill because I can't find rubber. But I've already found one. Can't remember where I found it. Was it just floating out here? Oh, come on. I've got to make some progress more than what I've done, alright? I'm going to die, aren't I, if I go too far. Go too far too soon, Sonny Jim. Here we go.
Toilet detected. Some of our clients are very sensitive about toilet talk, and therefore we included a dictionary filter which will replace the word feces with the word joy.
Just got to keep going out again, don't we? Right, this time I'm going this way. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to redirect. I feel like I should already have found it, you know? Anything interesting in here?
Judging by the amount of joy around, this is the debris of the liner's public toilet. This means that there may be large reserves of water from the shower tanks nearby. The main thing is not to confuse them with liquid waste tanks.
Can't get anything. Here we go. Some fabric there. I don't think I can do much with that just yet. Go back and have a look in a second. What have we got here? Wire. Alright, we've got some wire. Alright, we're making progress, guys. God, it's painful, isn't it? Watching me play these games sometimes. Where am I? Okay, we're up here. We've got marked. Everything's marked, isn't it? Don't panic. Can't break that either. Interesting. Interesting game. I almost swore then. I love Subnautica. Subnautica's absolutely brilliant. I think that's the game. I think that game is the... How do I say this sentence? That game is the survival game that I have played the longest. Alright, we've got some fabric, but we don't need fabric, do we? We need... Oh, but I can make this. Most sophisticated professional equipment for distributing streaming information with cryptographic encryption over internal software networks. That was a very complicated sentence. Refined metal, battery, thick electrical tape, needs rubber. How do I make a battery? Hasn't showed me that yet, has it? Got yellowish water though, that's probably helpful for something. Hasn't showed me how to make a battery yet. Should we just make up this other thing first then? Because that was a mission too, wasn't it? This one. Just do it. Don't think. Do. Is it Bruce Lee who said that? Cryptographic. Yes, we got that, didn't we? So now do I put this over here? Wait, what was that for? First aid kit. Need a scanner. What was that for? It was for something from that. I thought it was for this. Alright, well anyway, where is it? This. Use. 1.
If you're sure that this is exactly what was on the blueprint, then try to reconfigure the receiver. If you have any doubts concerning it, then you will eventually suffer an electric shock, and then your spacesuit will automatically take your body measurements to order a coffin from our company. Thank you for choosing the Global Funeral Agency.
Do what with it again? What do I do? Oh, just... Is it for whacking stuff, is it? Oh. This looks nothing, absolutely nothing like its picture. Nothing at all. It looks nothing like its picture. That's so misleading. Come here, you. I don't want metal. I'll take some more fabric, though. I guess that's probably useful, is it? What's this, a chair? I'm just trying to whack stuff here. Can I whack this? Plastic. It's not what I need, is it? Handy scrapper. Well, what on earth is this thing even for that I've just made? If I can't whack anything with it. I don't know what's going on right now. What's it for whacking? This stuff? It does nothing. This is a very mysterious episode, isn't it? Alright, so obviously I'm not going to make any progress in a video, in a 1 hour video, in a game like this, right? I mean, I've made a little bit of progress, haven't I? I've got a whacking stick that I thought was supposed to be some sort of tape player, and I don't know what to whack. Just give me all these pictures. I'm not interested in reading about them. You can pause and read it if you want to. This has got to have some use. Distributing streaming information. Is this an antenna? Is this an antenna that I've got in my hand? Is that what it is? It is, isn't it? I broke the antenna, didn't I? Around here somewhere. What's that picture there? That fist. Is that back inside?
It's surprising that the shuttle is still functioning with such damage.
Where was the antenna that I broke? Wasn't it around here somewhere? What was that? Green goo. Oh. You can't make me play games like this. Or rather, you can't let me play games like this. I know it wasn't this, because I came to this second. I came to an antenna first. What's this? Can't break that. I've got a whacking stick though. Doesn't let me whack anything. Alright guys, I think I'm just going to leave it at that for this episode. This was just a one-off. You know, I wanted to see what the deal was with all the chickens, and we answered that, didn't we? That was the most important question of the day. So, mission accomplished. Where the hell was the antenna that I... Here. No? What is that anyway? What is that symbol? My fist. What's with the fist? Oh, okay. Oh, it's a whacking stick. I told you. I knew it. See, my brain had it all figured out in the background, but it was trying to communicate the message up front to me. Now what? Pick up this one. Attention to all survivors. A rescue shuttle Hope
The
has...
rescuer's arrival time exceeds your estimated lifespan by 4,369 years. You need to get to the extraction point yourself, getting past the radiation. However, it's impossible to do this with your current skills. To increase your level, you need to create some crap imposed by the developers.
It doesn't tell you how, does it? It's doing it on purpose. It's doing it on purpose. It's telling you what to do, but it's not telling you how to do it. And it's not giving you any clues what it even means. And it's not even really telling you what to do. It's telling you to create the crap imposed by the developers. Which means what exactly? Oh, okay. Actually some crap imposed by the developers. Refined metal, wire and thick electrical tape. Well, here we go. Now I need the rubber again. So what's that even for? The handy scrapper. Wait, I needed that. Okay, we've got a new tool. Babe, incredible, survived one. Hey, I was looking at that. I mean, I was reading that.
It wasn't possible to determine the coordinates of the survivor. Communication only works on reception, which gives a good reason not to respond and not to be distracted, despite the objections of the hormonal system.
Hey. Yeah, alright, I pressed the wrong button there. Right, so now... Wait, is this a new... Wait. I've just made one of these again. I thought it was something different. I thought it was, Oh, bollocks. Well, there goes a swear word. Well, now what? I've already used this. So what's this for? Oh, no, God. Oh, drop it. I don't think that's got any use now, does it? I'm just going to hang out here in the silence for a bit, guys. I can't play this game anymore because it's too deep for a one-off video, isn't it? Oh, what was that? Oh, more wire. I don't, well, I mean, not completely, but I don't really play any games at the moment. My name is Babe. I'm very beautiful. You saved me, I beg. I completely alone. Take off your helmet. Exhausted supply.
Your interlocutor has a very sweet accent, causing fatal errors in my grammatical functions.
Yeah, so I don't really play other games at the minute. I do. I play a little bit of Escape from Tarkov. I want to play a little bit of Stalker too. Not much Escape from Tarkov, just kind of testing things out really. And if anything, I do a little bit more testing. But I don't really sit and play anything. You know, in my own time now. It's all about content, creating content when I play a game. And I figure, like, you can't just play one episode of Subnautica in space, can you? Because it's too deep. God, it took me probably about 10 hours to get anywhere in Subnautica. It's a brilliant game, that, isn't it? Alright, guys. I'll be out here. Just wandering to the, what's that movie about that guy who thinks he's an alien? Oh, what have I found here? What's that? Honey. What can I do with that? Can I make rubber with that? Probably not, eh? Come here. Okay, I'm gonna die. What's that movie with Kevin Spacey in it where he thinks he's an alien? It's absolutely brilliant. Old school. Well, pretty old school. Fantastic movie, that. The soundtrack that you're hearing there reminds me a little bit of that movie. Is that ice? So I get the name now, Breathedge, as in the edge of your breath. What can I do with this? Defrosting required. Alright, obviously there's more to be done. Refined metal, thick electrical tape. Well, I've got the metal, I know that. So to make the tape, I need rubber. Times 2. And I haven't found any rubber. What am I missing? What am I missing? I can just rest here. Is that just for healing, is it? Oh, I see. It's just a healing mechanic. Danger, keep away, 0 out of 100. What does that do? Also, I don't have any more to drink, do I? Oh wait, yeah I do. Not that. Haven't picked up anything here that can give me rubber, right? What's the point in all this stuff? Wire. I thought for a second that was like a rubber ball, you know, like a rubber bouncy ball. Can't drink that, don't drink that. Can you? Thirst minus 10 plus temperature plus alcohol. So I have to do it this way. Right, we're not as thirsty, but we're a little bit drunk now. Oh my goodness me. Alright guys, that's going to do us for this, well, just this little one-off episode of Breathedge. It's an interesting game. Obviously, it's got a little bit of a process to it. It feels quite mature for a game, as in, I'm not talking about the language or the humour. I'm talking about the gameplay. Not that that's a bad thing, I'm just saying it's mature. It's got a fair bit of thinking to do. You got to work.
Shuttle's plating is blue. These are the rescuers. Given that the evacuation shuttles have increased strength, the impact force must have been incredible. The rescuer spacesuits are like funerary ones, but I always wanted to learn how their flashlights work as they don't require recharging. I propose we loot the corpse for scientific purposes.
I'm interested though, you know. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't completely hold your hand. It doesn't hold your hand, does it? And you put your hand out to sort of grab a hold of its hand, and it slaps your hand away. So let's, I guess, find out what happens when you don't turn back, eh? Look at this big world, though. Look at this gigantic place. Is this whole place a map? It is, isn't it? Yeah, I thought I was, like I said, I thought I was looking at some sort of background. Look, what's that over there? What's that giant structure there in front of us? Oh, there's some mysteries to be explored here, isn't there? Do you reckon we just respawn in the base with no consequences? Do we lose all our gear? I wonder if you get some sort of booster, like a jetpack or something. Probably. Subnautica, you unlock loads of new recipes, don't you, as you go?
You lie again. You are here. That means death was impossible. Tell truth. Confirm.
I just clicked load. Just clicked load auto save. Let's see what happens. Where are we? I'm still drunk. Still got all my gear. What's this here? Equipment. O2. Yeah, look, that looks like it's got a fan on it. So does that a little bit. Looks like are they like boosters of some sort? This looks like one of those little desk fans stuck on the back of a backpack. Alright, obviously there's some more figuring out to be done. Who says that, figuring? I never say that. I don't know why I said that then. Figuring. There's some more figuring out to be done with regards to this. I quite like it. It's quite good. It's a puzzle, isn't it? Sometimes, I mean, here's the thing about these puzzle situations. Obviously, sometimes I can't figure it out, and I start to get a bit frustrated, and I'll probably just switch off, or maybe look at a guide. I could look at a guide if I was really interested in finding out what's going on here, and where the heck to find rubber. Heck's not a swear word, okay? So don't worry about that. Then I would look up a guide to keep playing it. If say if you really wanted to see more and we did a series, I would probably look up a guide, or you could tell me. You could tell me where it is as well. It's kind of nice out here though, isn't it? Floating around in space. I haven't played a space survival game like this anyway. I played a couple of space survival games, but not sort of Subnautica style. Look at this guy here. Buff. It'd be great if there were proper space physics. Alright, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's just going to do for this episode. Just a little bit of fun. You know, 4 o'clock in the morning and you can't sleep, and you get up, accidentally click on something on your computer, and what's that? You know, you see chickens in space. Just sort of got me a bit interested, and I find this kind of first gameplay reactions quite fun and entertaining, it seems. A lot of you guys seem to be entertained by it. Anyway, I guess we'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, please do remember, deep down in the description, There are all sorts of... This lady's boobs are distracting me as well. Boobs also isn't a swear word. Can't... It's just big boobs. See them. I can't do anything to get rid of them off the screen. There's lots of links down in the description should you be interested in checking out other series and other videos on the channel. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Come back again soon. Goodbye for now.